Welcome back to the Neuro Finance Masterclass. For generations, we've all been sold this idea that retirement is some finish line you cross at age 65. But what if that's just completely wrong? In this explainer, we're going to tear down that old, broken model and show you the simple math that can unlock your freedom decades earlier than you ever thought possible.
Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off right away. This idea right here, it's the whole game. Forget everything you've been told. Retirement is not a birthday you wait for. It is a number you achieve. It's just math, and because it's math, it means it's actually in your control.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start by shattering the age 65 illusion. Then we'll introduce you to the F.I.R.E. revolution. After that, we'll reveal the simple math behind the 4% freedom rule, show you exactly how to calculate your own number, and then wrap up with a critical cognitive task for you to do today.
All right, first up, let's deconstruct the biggest financial lie we've all been sold our entire lives.
Really think about it. We're programmed to work for 40-plus years, maybe get a nice gold watch, and then we can finally start enjoying the handful of years we might have left. Well, we're here today to completely reject that idea. It's an outdated, disempowering story that's designed to keep you on the treadmill.
So you're really looking at two totally different mindsets here. On one hand, you've got society's path. It's based on just putting in your time and hoping for the best. But then there's the neurofinance path. This is active. This is about building your own financial machine, letting the math dictate your freedom, and understanding that freedom is just a number you can aim for.
Okay, so if we're throwing out the old playbook, what do we replace it with? Well, this isn't just some vague idea. It's a massive global movement that's already happening.
And it's called the F.I.R.E. movement. That stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And look, this isn't some get-rich-quick nonsense. This is a legitimate revolution of people all over the world who are using simple math to buy back their most valuable asset, their time. They are literally purchasing decades of their own lives back.
And the philosophy behind it? It's actually incredibly straightforward. No magic tricks. It really just boils down to this. You save like you mean it. You consciously live on less than you make, and you put that extra money to work in things that grow over time, like a simple S&P 500 index fund. That's pretty much it. That's the engine.
And this is the massive mindset shift. The goal is no longer to just limp across the finish line at age 65. No way. The new goal is to hit a very specific number in your investment portfolio. We call this your freedom number.
All right, so that brings us to the really good stuff, the actual engine behind all of this. I'm about to show you the precise financial principle that lets you calculate that freedom number.
Because that's the real question, isn't it? The one that changes everything. If my freedom has a price tag, what is it? How on earth do I find my number? The entire answer boils down to this one simple, beautiful number, 4%. This is the heart and soul of the famous 4% rule, which came out of a landmark study called the Trinity Study. This single percentage right here holds the key to your financial independence. And here's why it works, and it's kind of magical. Think of your investments as a money machine. The rule says once your machine is big enough, you can safely pull out 4% of the total amount every single year to live on. But wait, won't it run out? Nope, because while you're taking out that 4%, your investments are historically growing at an average of 7 to 10% a year. The machine is making money faster than you're spending it.
All right, that's enough theory. It's time to make this real for you. Let's go from the rule to your actual result. It's time to calculate your number.
And here it is, the formula for your freedom. And honestly, it's so simple, it's almost hard to believe. You just take your total annual living expenses, everything you spend in a year, and you multiply it by 25. That's it. That's the number. That's the size of the portfolio you need to build.
Let's just run a quick example so this really clicks. Let's say you figure out you need $40,000 a year to live your life comfortably. Okay, you take that $40,000, you multiply it by 25. And boom, there's your freedom number, $1 million. Once your portfolio hits that mark, you can pull out your $40,000 a year, which is 4% of a million, and theoretically never run out.
I want you to really let this one sink in. This isn't just some fluffy motivational quote. This is a law of financial physics. The game, the stress, the obligation of having to work, it all ends the moment your machine is large enough. The second the math is achieved.
Okay, we've gone through the why and the how. Now, it's your turn. This is where it gets personal. This is your action plan.
And I really, truly want you to do this today. Step 1, figure out your true, exact yearly expenses. And you have to be brutally honest with yourself here, no shortcuts. Step 2, take that number and multiply it by 25. And step 3, write that final number down on a piece of paper and stick it somewhere you will see it every single day, like your bathroom mirror. Because when you look at that number every morning, I want you to see it for what it truly is. It's not just a savings goal. It is the literal, calculated price tag of your absolute freedom from ever having to work for money again.
So, there you have it. You now have the map, you know the destination. For maybe the first time in your life, you know the exact price of your own freedom. The only question left is, what happens next? What are you going to do with this knowledge? The machine is just waiting to be built.